to the It's a Sarah podcast. Today it is Monday, September 25, 2023, and this is episode 107. I guess I didn't check, but I think I'm right, but it doesn't matter. I'm coming to you from the Netherlands, so excuse my Dutchy English. I love to knit, I love to crochet, and I love to talk, so that's the perfect combination for making this podcast. I love talking about my knitting and crochet so much that I make episodes twice a week, and I make them in Dutch and in English, so be sure you pick the right one. Okay, let's go. It is Monday morning, quite early. I think it's a little bit about 8. No, that was it when I started with my Dutch podcast. No, it's not a little bit before 9, I guess, right now. And I really was looking forward to a kitchen table episode. The reason I am filming so early is because this is the only moment this day I think I have the living room for myself. We live in a small house and it's all open. So the kitchen and the living room and the place where the kitchen table is, it's all in one space. So when someone is downstairs, then it's not nice to film a podcast here. Not for me, not for them. And the other reason is that I am really looking forward to a Monday afternoon filled with knitting. Because normally I am editing, but when I will work very efficient and quick, it will be uploaded and all finished for tonight, and I can knit all day. So that's really nice because I'm on a finishing train. Oh, I have 3 works in progress, which all are quite near to the end. That's not a good sentence. Which all are almost finished. So I think it will be a lovely week filled with finished objects. I want to tell a little bit about all them, short things, because I want to keep the details for when they are finished and when I am wearing, and I want to tell you all about it. I already told all about it every episode, so but anyway. But let me start with what I'm wearing. I start at my bottom, at my feet, because it is the end of September, the last week of September, and it's lovely weather in the Netherlands right now. It's still quite warm, 20 degrees, 21, 22, 23. It's quite warm for this time of the year, and it's sunny and it's nice. But the good thing is the mornings and the evenings are quite cold. So, and also the sun is lower, so the sun isn't as strong as it is in summer. So I can handle this sun much better than the July sun and the June sun. So it's really nice. And because it's quite chilly in the mornings and in the evenings, I wear woolly socks. Since a few days it is really sock time again, and that's really a hard jumping thing. I knitted myself quite some pair of socks the last 4 years, I guess, and it's really nice to wear them. And I have something new, no, not really new. I have these Birkenstocks, and I bought them in spring, I guess. And I wear Birkenstocks for years, but always with crossed straps, or the clogs, which are closed at the front. And when I bought these, I actually never liked this model. But suddenly I thought I really need such a pair in my life. So I bought it, and it was maybe my best thing that I bought this year. I'm not sure. I think it is, because when you are a sock knitter, this model of Birkenstocks is really nice because it is showing your feet of your socks so good on your feet. So it's really hard jumping wearing hand knitted socks in these Birkenstocks. So I change a pair of socks every day. Normally I wear my woolly socks quite long. I don't wash them after a day of wearing. I don't wear shoes all days. I wear bigger socks, so there is some fresh air. I only put them in the laundry when I think that they are not smelling good anymore. But normally I hang them over the washing line and maybe spray a little bit of essential oil over it. And when they are really not smelling good, I collect them in my tub. And when the tub is full with socks and other things, I put it on the wool wash program in my washing machine. But I used to wear the same socks for a few days after each other. But now I thought, no, let me alternate. Because in this way I can enjoy all the things I make, all the socks I make. I am used to pick the same every time. I have my favorites. But the other ones are also so nice. So I want to have a new pair of socks every day, so I can enjoy all the things I knit myself. I also want to do that for not my bottoms, for my tops, for my cardigans and sweaters and vests. I would be a happy person wearing the same outfit every day over and over again. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I do have a lot nice garments in my wardrobe, nice handmade garments. So I try to pick something new every day and enjoy it to the limit, to the max this way. So today I am wearing my penny sweater. It's a pattern by TinCanKnits. I knitted it 4 years ago, and it was such a challenge. It's an all over lace pattern. It's a bottom-up bottom-up sweater with a V-shaped neckline, a raglan. I started with the sleeves. I knitted 2 sleeves together. That was also new for me that time, and yeah, it was really a big challenge, but I did it. Because of the lace, it still would be a challenge. This is really all on my list. Want to make again in another yarn, in another color. Not color, brown is okay, but another yarn. But I think almost every garment I make is on that list. Is on that list. But this one, I would love to have a long sleeved one, a woolly one, maybe merino wool, so I can wear it on my bare skin. But in winter, I can wear it with a long sleeve t-shirt under it. And yeah, I would love that. So once, maybe, I don't know when it will happen. I did knit this sweater with a thrifted yarn. It was really a thrifted treasure. We were on holiday and we visited a thrift shop, and there I found several skeins of, I think it was lana grossa. It was a mix of cotton and bamboo, and in my favorite color, so that was a heart jumping moment. And it was really nice. What was not a heart jumping moment is when I finished this sweater, quite soon after that I put it in the wrong wash. I still don't know how that happened. It was in my towel wash, and I wash my towels on 60 degrees on the hotter washing program. And I remember the moment when I pulled out the wash of the washing machine, and then I saw, what is my penny sweater doing in this laundry? And I could cry, because it was washed on 60 degrees, it shrinked, it was cotton with bamboo. I had put so much energy and effort in this sweater, and now it was in that wash. Oh, it was horrible. So I immediately put it on. It was all wet, but I put it on and I felt, okay, I can still fit in. I can't move, but I can't fit in. So, and I stretched it out. And because of the cotton, it was okay. It did help. It was cotton. It didn't felt or anything. So I pulled and I stretched, and at the end, the yarn, it was a rough process for the yarn, so it didn't do very good to the yarn. but still the lace is beautiful and the fit is actually quite nice. It's quite fitted under my armholes. It is a little bit on the tight side, but I think that's my thing. It looks very good. It's not always feeling very good, although it's not annoying. It's not bothering me. It's more that it's nice when there is some space here for a little bit of fresh air. So that was absolutely not a heart jumping moment, but it still had a little happy end. It was not, I didn't have to throw away the sweater. Oh, that would be heartbreaking. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, enough about this. I don't think I have a project page for this, but I will link the pattern down below. I didn't make project pages by then. I think, I'm not quite sure. Okay, let's go to the knitting. I want to start with what's on the bottom. This is my Ariana sweater. It is inside out at this moment, and no, it's not really finished because I have to weave in quite some yarn ends, but it is finished. The knitting is finished. I worked quite hard this weekend. I made the second border of the sleeve. I was quite sure that the long sleeves, I made one longer sleeve and one shorter sleeve because I wasn't sure which length would be fitting the sweater. And I was quite sure that the longest sleeve would be the best. But when I did knit I also decided I will knit that when the rest is already finished, so I can really see how the sweater will be. And that was a good thing to do, because when I knitted the longest sleeve, I thought, no, this is not matching the model of the what is it? The model of the sweater. The fit of the sweater is not asking for a very long sleeve. Because I think of the negative east, it's quite a tight fit and it just wasn't in balance. So I ripped out the border and I removed some squares and made a shorter sleeve and re-knitted the border again. Only 50 rounds of as I said before, I really love knit to, purl to. So I know I could do something else and Kitchener it together, but this was not, it's quite satisfying to me, so that this was okay. I also re-knitted, not a surprise, the neckline border, and I did do the central decrease stitch. Thank you for all of you who mentioned it to me. It was so silly because I did know the stitch. I used it in a sweater for my for one of my girls earlier this year, I guess. So I used the description in that pattern because it was, I did it last night and I checked out on my phone and the internet. I want to spend my nights a little bit more offline. So I thought, oh, but now I have to look for how to make a central decrease stitch. And then I realized I have a printed pattern, so I can do it offline. So that was very, very nice. I'm really happy with how it turned out. When the sweater is all finished, I will give you a close look. But thank you for the suggestions and the comments. I also not really re-knit. I also did the bind off on the body over. It was tight, and when the sweater was on, it was not too tight. It was actually quite perfect. But when I had to put the sweater on, you have to stretch out, especially when you go over the bust. And that didn't felt good. It felt a little bit exciting because there was so much, yeah, I was afraid, can it break? But it also didn't felt, yeah, it was too tight. So I ripped out the bind off and I did it over, and I did a crochet bind off, and the same as I did with the neckline, I did a little modification. This is a knit to, purl to border. So what I did was I bound off the stitches with my crochet hook, and after every 2 stitches I made 1 chain. I did it a 1 and 1, bind off 1 stitch, chain 1 stitch, but I decided that was a little bit, it was not too loose, but I thought, can it also be with 2 stitches, 1 chain? And that worked out pretty good, and now it's all nice and fine. I have to weave in quite some yarn ends. Normally, especially with granny square projects, I want to do that on the way, so it won't be so much work at the end. But because this is a garment and I had my doubts about the fit, it happened too often the last few months that I have to make a modification or have to rip out, and then I already had woven in my yarn ends, and that was only extra work. So I decided that for the sleeves I want to save my yarn ends for the end, when I was really sure that the fit was good. So I am on that, and I hope to finish that today so I can put it in my blocking top. And it will be blocked, and I hope it will cool down a little bit because it's too warm for such a sweater. But I can wear it soon because it is autumn. So the other thing is my test knit for Eve. This is the sock cardigan. Eve is a Dutch knitter, and she is designing a pattern for an all-over colorwork cardigan. And I told about it before a lot. I knitted it in sock yarn. It was my plan to film the whole sticking process for you, but as I told Friday, the filming part was holding me back from the sticking, so I decided to just do it without the filming. And yesterday I cutted my sweater. I don't think that's exciting. It feels a bit unnatural to cut in your knitting, but I did it before, and yeah, it went really well. I made a little video, or actually my husband, he filmed it. Just as last Friday, I make little video diaries on my Instagram since last week, and I will share them at the end of this video too, because you can see my really crafty adventures from every day. Yesterday I cutted this and it was really nice, and yeah, it worked out pretty good. I did discover that my, yeah, I don't know if you, in Dutch we call this beleg, but in English, is this a sticking sandwich? A stick sandwich? I don't know. But the part I knitted to hide my stick is a little bit too deep, and that surprised me because it was not my plan to knit it so deep. But every time I measured, I thought, oh, I don't know, the stick will fit in. But the stick is really, really tiny. It is only 0.5 centimeter, I guess. So it fits in quite easily. So I'm not sure what to do right now because I don't feel very motivated to rip out the I-cord bind off and rip out. I think I can skip 4 rows. I have to rip out it all and then re-knit the I-cord bind off. It is quite a job, but I must say this cardigan took so much energy and effort, a fingering weight all over colorwork cardigan, that we won't save time on the edging, on the finishing touch. So I will do it when I need to, but I'm not quite sure if I need to, because this is quite a deep fabric, quite a deep part. It makes the cardigan steadier here, and that can be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not, I can't decide yet. So, but I can't knit the bottom band. It doesn't affect the knitting of the bottom band, so I don't have to decide right now. So I will pick up the stitches, knit the bottom band. Maybe I even sew it and I will block it, and then I will see if it's annoying that there is quite a thick fabric here, or maybe it's just good because it will, the cardigan will, I wear my cardigans most open, so maybe yeah, it's just good that there's a little bit of heaviness in the fabric. We shall see. We don't have to decide yet. But I am really looking forward to finishing this cardigan this week. Also, I hope that will happen. The deadline is 30 September. It's not a hard deadline, but it would be lovely to finish it in time. Then my last project. I didn't expect this also to be a quite soon finished object. This is my Skymning shawl, and I will show you my first version. The Skymning shawl is a pattern by Sofia Capelle. Capelle, I don't know, I'm sorry. Sofia's Tales. Sofia Tales. I will link it all down below. I made it a few years ago with 2 skeins of Kauni yarn, one solid and one with a color change, and it's really a lovely pattern. I really love to wear the shawl. I used a contrasting superwash yarn for the edge. I really love it, but the only thing is it's quite autumnally, the colors. And I noticed that it's not, I don't feel not comfortable, that sounds heavier than I mean, but it's not suiting every season. So I decided to make a new one, a little bit darker one. The sun is coming. I have to talk. I'm almost finished, so I think we can make it. I didn't thought about the sun. There's a tree and there are some houses, and the sun is coming over right now. Because it was all on my knitting needle. Here you can see the colors. I use, it's not a Kauni yarn, the charcoal, I think I say it right now, I'm not sure. And also a color changing Kauni ball with gray and black and brown and yellow. I was not sure about the color combination when I was knitting, especially the yellow. I'm not quite sure if I really like it. I must confess, I did consider frogging, because I didn't know if it was hard jumping enough. But then I realized that sometimes you can't decide. For example, my cardigan, when I was fitting it yesterday, my husband said, "Oh, when you was knitting it, I don't really thought it were your colors, but now you are wearing it are your colors." And I said, yeah, because I added a lot of brown at the end. That makes it complete. And you have to look through it. You have to see over. You have to visionize the finished object. So I was not sure what to do with this, and I was quite far already. So I decided to finish it, and when I really don't like it, I can always give it to one of my friends or family. I decided to use a black yarn for the edge. It's a lovely lace edge, and the fun thing is, on this shawl I used the superwash edge. They are both 100% wool, and I never understand the lace part. I will give you a detailed look when it's finished. I never understood the lace part, but now with a non-superwash yarn, it is so much more lacy. It stands out and it's much more beautiful, I guess. I did like this too, but it's much more beautiful. I did consider an I-cord bind-off, but I'm very happy I decided to give this bind-off a try. It's very fun to knit. I use DPN for it. It's upstairs still. This yarn is Svensk Ull from Edna, from Järbo. I am not quite sure if this was gifted to me or if I bought it myself. I knitted my Kerr sweater with it last year. And it's really nice. It is a bit thicker. This yarn is fingering weight. This is sport weight. Yeah, I have to block it. And it's reminding me of the dragon. So I thought it's perfect. I really love it. And I really love the contrast between the romantic feeling lace can give you and I don't know the word in English. In Dutch we say stoer. The powerful of the black and the point. Yeah, I really love it. So I hope to finish this soon also. Okay, sun is really getting, so this is better, I guess, for a few minutes. I have a lot of fingering weight projects. All those are fingering weight, and that was an accident. It was not, it is not so that I prefer fingering weight or whatever, but I am really looking forward to some DK weight projects, which grow a little bit faster. And I, especially when the end is near, when the objects are almost finished, I'm really dreaming about my new cast-ons. And for me, it's very important I do not cast on before all 3 are finished, because when you are running to the end, you need all your energy and willpower and motivation to really finish the projects. And when I cast on a new one before I finished, all my energy and attention will go to the new one, and those will not be finished. So it's really important that I finish it, and by finishing I mean weaving in all ends, blocking, updating my notes in my knitting book and on Ravelry, and cleaning out the project bags and the baskets, and then it will be time for new projects. And it's really nice that it's matching the end of the month and the new beginning of the month. So it would be lovely, maybe it's a bit too ambitious, it would be lovely when I can finish those all in September. I think that's too ambitious, but we gonna give it a try, and I can start new projects on the 1st of October. Okay. Yeah, sun is saying it has been enough. I have no idea how the sun affects the video, so I'm sorry if it's annoying. Yeah, but it is what it is. I want to wish you a very nice week. I hope filled with heart-jumping moments and some nice crafting time. I will edit this video, and then I think I will be ready quite soon. So I have an whole afternoon full for which I can spend on all the knitting. And I really love to do that. And I will tell you all about, I hope, some finished objects this Friday. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.